Hi everybody, Sarah Rudka here. I wanted to give you a short video with some tips on filling in your mandatory tracking form. The mandatory tracking form is really important to the process because it has two purposes. One, it helps us track all the items and make sure that everything that you've purchased for the family gets to that specific family. So when your package arrives at the warehouse, we keep the mandatory tracking form with the presents, and when all the items are laid out on the table, we use the mandatory tracking form to make sure that every item that you purchased for that family gets to the right person. That's number one. Number two, Revenue Canada requires us to submit an approximate value of all the items donated to the families. So by you providing a value, that's what we pass on to them. So we're going to flip over to my screen and I'm going to give you some tips on where to find the mandatory tracking form, how to fill it in, and how to print it. To find your mandatory tracking form, you're going to want to log back into your donor portal. This is the portal where you originally downloaded your wish list. You're going to click on the tab that says Mandatory Forms. And once that page opens up, you'll see a listing of all the families that you sponsored. You'll see the wish list number here. Now, if you've sponsored one family, just one family will be listed here. If you've sponsored multiple families, you'll have a list. Now, you do need to fill in a mandatory tracking form for each family. I click on the number, and that will open up the mandatory form that corresponds with the family that you're working on. Once this page opens up, we have given you a couple tips just to make this form easy for you. The first one, quantities. If there's a box set of items, say a box of glasses that contains 4 glasses, just put 1. You can also group things together. So if you've purchased multiple items for under $20, you can put those all together. So let's say you brought some crayons and some pencils and some art supplies. You can put it all together under the category of art supplies for, let's estimate, $20. For the value of each item, you can just round up. There is no need to provide us exact amounts. We're just looking for an estimate here. And the next step, what you're going to do is just click Next, and that will open up the form. So the first page is going to be the household list. And what we've done here is we've listed out the top five priority items as per the family's suggestion. And you're just going to fill in the quantity and the approximate value for this family of each item. So for this family, I didn't buy them blankets, so I can leave that blank, but I did buy them towels, and I bought them 2 towels, and that was approximately $35. I also bought them 1 set of dishes, so I'll put 1, and those dishes cost $40. And then that's it. If I ended up buying them something that wasn't on this top priority list, you're just going to look for the additional items section and click New. And here this pop-up box will open. I bought them a tea kettle. And 1 tea kettle, and it was $25. And I'm just going to make sure that's under the household list. And I'll just click Save. And you'll continue to do that for all the items that you've purchased. After this, I'm going to head to the next person. There'll be a form for each family member. So this is my first person, the dad. I did buy him 1 winter coat. The coat was approximately $55. I bought him 1 set of hats, mitts, and scarves, and that was $21. I didn't buy him shirts or pants, so I'll just leave that blank. And I didn't buy him winter boots, so I'm just going to leave that blank. But I did buy him a belt, so I will put belt. I bought him 1 belt, and it cost me $19. So I'll put that in there, and you can continue to do that. Sorry, we'll put this individual wish list, and that will be put under the dad's list. Press Save. And I'll continue to do that for each item that I've purchased him. You can always go back and edit these items just by clicking on the pencil, and you can go back and edit that if you want to. And I'll continue to do that for each person, mom, and each one of the kids. And then once I'm all done this, it's really simple. All you have to do is click Save and Next. It's going to ask me to confirm that I'm okay with everything that I printed. Sorry, that just flipped back for me. I'm just going to scroll all the way down to the next button. I'm going to submit. It's going to ask me if I'm sure I want to submit the form. I'm going to say, yes, I am. I'm all done filling it in. And then the most important part for us is make sure you click on this download completed mandatory tracking form. Once I click on that, a PDF is going to open, and I'm going to send this to my printer and get it printed. And I will bring that along with me when I drop off my package. A couple things to look out for. If you open up your mandatory tracking form and you only see a section for household items and you don't see a section for each family member, we've made a mistake. Give us a quick call or shoot us an email. We'll fix that and we'll add all the family members to your mandatory tracking form. And finally, printing it helps us. If you can print it before you arrive at the drop-off location that you've selected, that's really helpful for us. If you don't have access to a printer and cannot print it, just let us know. We will print it on site. But if you're able to help us print it in advance, that is great. Thanks so much. And always, if you have any questions, send us an email at info@holidayhelpers.org and we will be happy to help you. Thank you and Merry Christmas.